Here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Here we go, G's. Here I come. 58 to Mike, 58, 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Chiefs.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I know you ain't got it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Check 53's Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this. 53's
Mahomes now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 15. Yellow. Alert 3.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Attack! Check nickel. Come back! Crunch! 50, yellow. Switch.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Right. Big stop, G. Anyway, let's go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Let it go.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
53's the mark. 53. I'm going to run you.
On second down, it's Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down. Got him in. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, watch it.
On second down, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Hey, come on.
These two teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
All day. Mike 56, Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with...
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hold the look. Hold. Yellow. Check 24. Check. Collect. Orbit. Mike 53.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Oh, look at the juke. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for KC. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
That's right.
Mahomes now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Easy. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Tighten up.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
58 to Mike, 58.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he is is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. So no, say 43, 43, 15. 53 is the Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Attack, attack.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Flush to his right. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check, 53's Mike. Go. Here we go, D. All day, defense. Defense on.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Look at me, zipper.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 53 is mine. You're not ready. You're not.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Check it out, read. Motion, motion, motion.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
51's the Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Watch safety creeps. Watch safety creeping.
43. And Ripple is.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I got him. On me.
43, 43.
Mike 51. Let him know.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Nice hit, boy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down, Kansas City.
Check 53's line. We got it.
Yellow.
Check.
Hey, 43.
Check hot route. Hot. Undercrunch. Watch the air.
Attack.
It's a safety creep.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Right there.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
50 exit. 51.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
At the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
He's not going to get me.
Now a handoff working right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up at 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They come out here in the eye. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Mike, 53. Alpha. Mike. Hey, tight. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I see you, boy. I see you.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me.
Yellow.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Let's go. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. 53 is the Mike.
15.
53 is the Mike. Yeah.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Trent Sherfield. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Go, go.
65.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey.
Mike's 50.
Hey, lock it.
Watch twist.
Hey, foxtrot.
Check it back.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Stick looks to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Go. Back. Big grip.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike 22.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Rush in. Rush in. Motion, motion, motion.
Hey, Ridley, Ridley.
Nice 7, let's go.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Pick it up. Let's go.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Yellow, yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
43, 43.
On the run, it's Burkhead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. The 40-yard line.
Wide, get wide. Motion, right?
Yellow, go gun.
Bravo. 22, Mike, 22.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Stick back to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick out, things that they consider safe.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
15 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Bravo. Now.
Go 58's the mic. Here we go, G. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Now.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Colin Saunders in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, wide open, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Ready.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Hey, Charlie.
56, Mike, 56.
Yep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Stick from the gun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Touchdown, Ravens.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on.
Tremont Smith on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. You'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball.